Staying power. Now this is important. There's going to be setbacks for your child. They're going to get frustrated and then negative thoughts come in. Sometimes it's other people that give them negative thoughts. And children learn this early on. The trick is to teach them not to listen to those thoughts. Tell them, leave the negative thoughts behind. Teach them to stay in the moment. That means think only about the activity you're doing, one thing at a time. The important part is to stay with what you're doing. They should think only about the actions they're doing, the activity, the project, the fun, and leave that negative thinking behind. What happens if they come to you and say, I can't do this, and they're crying and they need help? This will happen. Ask them to explain the problem. Often just talking it out helps them figure out what the problem is, really, and then they're okay. When they're telling you, don't interrupt them. That part's important. They should be able to say what they think from beginning to end. Can you help? Can you find someone to help them? Tears lead to adults doing things for them. Children are used to this. Do not take over. This is their activity. You should let them figure out the problem and then the solution as well. Remember, you are only the facilitator. Help find solutions together. Maybe they can brainstorm with you and you can help them with little things. But the big project parts, they should do. Note to parents. Teach your child to concentrate only on what they're doing at that time. This is an important skill. Even when you get to be an adult, it's a hard skill to learn. The only way you learn that is having your own uninterrupted time. And then gradually, you develop that skill. Whatever the tears brought on, it's a hard skill. They just need that time to practice and practice some more. Checking in with mom or dad is normal, but allow them to return to their activity after that. Be patient. Now, as a parent, this is the hardest part. In our times, instant reward is everywhere, and creative endeavors take time. There are no instant reward. The only reward is the playtime. This is something the children have to learn. Do not expect anything from playtime. Concentrate on asking if they're having fun and not what did you produce. Ask them what was the favorite part today of what they did, because not everything is fun. Reminder. Sometimes it's hard not to give advice, but resist. Resist completely. Giving advice is something that you can do in very small quantities, but turn it back to them. Ask them to find the answer themselves. Turn it back and say, well, what do you think? What are the possibilities? What could you do differently? I've said this before, but it's very, very important that they learn this skill. They need to learn to be independent. Here's your exercise. Prepare yourself to teach your child to be independent. For example, your child asks you to make it right. Instead of taking over and fixing the problem, pause, think, and then say, did you try this? Or did you try that? And then often they'll say no, and then just send them on their way to fix it, to try those new ideas. And then pretty soon they don't need your help anymore. There are times when your child will need help though. Holding something while they glue two objects together, for example, that's okay. But try not to be in their space too often. You are there to facilitate, not take over. I keep saying this over and over again. Now, do this exercise, and we'll see you in the next section.